Good afternoon. We welcome all of you to this very important occasion. I'm Dr. George T. Condos, Professor of Medicine and Vice Chair for Clinical Affairs in the Department of Medicine. It is a great honor for me to be the Grand Marshal for the 132nd College of Medicine Commencement Ceremony. We want everyone to enjoy this event. So please take a moment now to turn off your cell phones and other electronic devices. This year, the UIC College of Medicine graduates 359 students in all of its programs. The University of Illinois has the largest graduating medical school class in the United States. The class of 2014 includes a total of 305 Doctor of Medicine graduates, 191 in Chicago, 46 in Peoria, 46 in Rockford, and 22 in Urbana. The medical school class has distinguished itself in many ways: their academic success, their compassionate care of patients, their community service, and the excellence of their residencies to which they will soon embark. We are also presenting 27 Doctor of Philosophy degree candidates and 27 Master degree candidates, including Patient Safety Leadership, Master of Business Administration, Master of Health Professions Education, and Master of Public Health. These candidates have distinguished themselves through their outstanding scholarship and original research. Their training has prepared them for leadership roles in education and research across a spectrum of positions in universities, medical centers, industry, and government. You, the family and friends of these outstanding graduates, must be very proud of them. I am now pleased to open the 132nd Commencement Ceremony of the UIC College of Medicine. College of Medicine Dean, Dr. Dimitri Azar, please escort to the platform the officers of the university and our other distinguished guests. President of the University of Illinois, Dr. Robert Easter. Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago, Dr. Paula Allen Mears. Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Lon Kaufman. Commencement Speaker, Dr. Bichara Shukar. Emeritus Dean, Dr. Joseph Flaherty. Distinguished Faculty Award recipient, Dr. Gansham Pandey. Dean's Distinguished Service Award co-recipient, Dr. Henry Dove. And Faculty Hooder, Dr. Fred Czar. Vice President and Associate Chancellor for Alumni Relations, Dr. Arlene Norsom, please escort the members of the Alumni Council to their seats. The Alumni Council members are Dr. Adrian Segovia, Chair of the Alumni Council, Dr. Lilak DeKoven, Dr. Joseph Garber, Dr. John Mason, Jr., Dr. Javette Orgain, Dr. Eugene Sadu, Dr. Sarah Jane Valter. The Regional Dean at Rockford, Dr. Alex Stagnero Green, please lead the deans and representatives from our affiliates to the platform. Dr. Larry Tabakman, Dr. Jorge Garati, Dr. Balur Prabhakar, Dr. David Schwartz, Dr. Patrick Tramner, Mr. Todd Van Eck, Dr. William Walden, Dr. Abbas Haidari, Dr. Ara Tikian, Dr. Jerry Fox, Dr. Octavia Kincaid, Dr. Bernard Pygon, Mr. Frank Goldberg, and Ms. Heather Haberacker. Timothy B. Erickson, MD, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Interim Senior Associate Dean for Graduate and Continuing Medical Education, please lead the faculty of the College of Medicine, department heads, and faculty. I will now present the College of Medicine faculty by department, led by the department head and/or senior faculty representative. The Department of Anatomy and Cell Biology, Dr. Mary Jo Ledoux. The Department of Anesthesiology, Dr. Guy Edelman. The Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Genetics, Dr. Jack Kaplan. The Department of Bioengineering, Dr. Thomas Royston. The Department of Dermatology, Dr. Iris Aronson. The Department of Emergency Medicine, Dr. Heather Prendergast. The Department of Family Medicine, Dr. John Hickner. The Department of Medical Education, Dr. Eileen Harris. The Department of Medicine, Dr. Patricia W. Finn. The Department of Microbiology and Immunology, Dr. Nancy Freitag. The Department of Neurology and Rehabilitation Medicine, Dr. Jeffrey Loeb. The Department of Neurosurgery, Dr. Konstantin Slavin. The Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dr. Mary Stevenson. The Department of Ophthalmology and Visual Sciences, Dr. William Mealer. The Department of Orthopedics, Dr. Mark Gonzalez. The Department of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery, Dr. J. Reagan Thomas. The Department of Pathology, Dr. Frederick Baim. The Department of Pediatrics, Dr. Usha Raj. The Department of Pharmacology, Dr. Asrar Malik. The Department of Physiology and Biophysics, Dr. R. John Solero. The Department of Psychiatry, Dr. Anand Kumar. The Department of Radiology, Dr. Charles Ray. The Department of Surgery, Dr. Enrico Benedetti. And the Department of Urology, Dr. Craig Niederberger. I'm going to ask everyone to please stand. Now I am pleased to present the UIC College of Medicine graduates from the class of 2014. We begin with the graduates of the UIC College of Medicine's Master Degree and Doctor of Philosophy degree programs led by the Dean of the Graduate College, Dr. Karen Cawley. Next, I am pleased to present the Doctor of Medicine graduates led by a Senior Associate Dean of Students and Interim Senior Associate Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education, Dr. Kathleen Kashima. Now that's a big College of Medicine graduating class. Please remain standing and join in the singing of America the Beautiful, led by Mary Cronin from the Office of Undergraduate Medical Education. The words can be found on the video screen and in the inside back cover of your program books. Mary?
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Wow. Mary, thank you very much. Wow. Everyone, please be seated. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the president of our university, Bob Easter. After spending his entire nearly 40-year career as a senior administrator and faculty member on the Urbana-Champaign campus, Bob became the University of Illinois 19th president in 2012. He joined the faculty after earning his doctorate from Urbana-Champaign campus in 1976 and later served as a department head, dean of the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, and as interim chancellor of more than 40,000 students. He is also an internationally known recognized expert on livestock feeding and has written nearly 100 peer-reviewed articles on swine nutrition and spoken to audiences throughout the U.S. and in more than 25 countries. Please join me in a warm welcome for President Easter.
Thank you, Dr. Kondos, and it truly is a pleasure to add my congratulations to this distinguished class of 2014 and also express thanks and congratulations to all in the audience who have been supporters of these graduates. In her best-selling Harry Potter book series, Arthur J.K. Rowling writes that our choices show what we really are, far more than our abilities. We are here today to celebrate a defining choice that today's graduates made years ago, one that transformed the trajectory of your lives. Your hard work and commitment have honed your knowledge and skills at the nation's largest medical school, one of the most respected and one that we're indeed incredibly proud of. What you have accomplished puts you in a very select company. Across the country this year, there will be about 17,000 who will receive medical degrees. If you make that in comparison, about 1.5 million will receive baccalaureate degrees. You are in a very special category. You are world-ready professionals with the tools that you need to flourish as you go forward, and the capacity to adjust in a world that will undoubtedly look much different 10, 15, or 25 years from now than it does today. But what you have learned here is just the foundation. Ultimately, many more choices lie ahead that will determine just how far this education will take you. Steve Sample, who recently retired as the president of University of Southern California, is a graduate of the University of Illinois, and he outlined 3 choices in a memorable commencement address he delivered several years ago on the USC campus. First of all, there's relationships. Will you choose a wife, husband, or partner to share your life? What kind of people do you want to have as friends? And will your relationships nurture your growth or perhaps drag you down? And then there's that thing called money. The second choice that Dr. Sample spoke of, will it derive your career and your job will it drive your career or is job satisfaction more important? The contribution that you make to humanity. Can you manage finances and live within your means, or will money be an anchor that will weigh you down? And finally, Dr. Sample said, you have to decide what you stand for, and perhaps you've already done that. What's your grounding, spiritually and emotionally? What are the ideals that guide your life? I've been in higher education for a very long time, and I've seen young people struggle, and their potential never fully realized because they were unable to make these difficult choices. Choose wisely, as you did when you embarked upon your study of medicine. And along the way, I hope you'll remember the words of former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, and I quote, "In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until the end of our life, and the choices we make are ultimately our responsibility." End quote. Enjoy today's celebration. Savor the moment. Thank your friends, parents, and family, and those who supported you. Their contributions to your success is beyond measure, and they share pride in what you've accomplished. Once again, my congratulations to this class. We're proud of you. Come back often. Enjoy walking through our campus. Enjoy seeing your former faculty as they pursue their careers with yet another generation of students. Congratulations again.
Thank you, President Easter. I am now pleased to introduce the UIC Chancellor, Dr. Paula Allen Mears. Chancellor Alan Mears is a member of the Institute of Medicine, the Royal Society of Medicine, and trustee of the New York Academy of Medicine. At the Institute of Medicine, she currently serves on the Members Awards Committee. She also serves on the Chicago Civic Consulting Alliance, the American Council on Education's Commission on Inclusion, and the Executive Committee of the Coalition of Urban Serving Universities. At UIC, and in collaboration with the faculty, students, staff, deans, vice chancellors, and alumni, Chancellor Alan Mears established the Global Certificate Program for undergraduate students, expanded research opportunities and programs for faculty, graduate, and undergraduate student, created a Student Success Initiative and the Chancellor's Innovation Fund. New buildings and classroom and lab renovations are underway, and she has changed the mantra of UIC from access to excellence and success. These are just a few of her accomplishments. I would now like to invite Chancellor Paula Allen Mears to the podium to deliver her welcome. Paula?
Well, thank you, George. Thank you so much. A little adjustment here. On behalf of the UIC family, welcome everyone to Commencement 2014. I, too, want to congratulate our College of Medicine graduates and the many individuals who supported our students in every way during their time at UIC. Congratulations to our students, and congratulations to their advocates and supporters. I'd like to thank the President of the University of Illinois, Bob Easter, for joining us this afternoon. I also want to congratulate Dean Azar for another outstanding academic year. I think the Dean needs a round of applause. Dean Azar. When I first joined the UIC family, the Dean of the College of Medicine was Joe Flaherty. Joe is now Dean Emeritus, and he joins us this afternoon. Dean Flaherty, Dean Emeritus Flaherty, would you please stand and be recognized? Welcome back. Good to have you. Good to have you. Also, please join me in extending a very warm welcome to Dr. Alex Dognario Green, our Regional Dean of the Rockford campus. Please stand and be recognized. Good to have you. I'm also delighted to recognize our keynote speaker and welcome him, Dr. Shukar. Dr. Shukar is Commissioner of the Chicago Department of Public Health. Thank you, Dr. Shukar, for extending your time. Thank you. Good to have you. Well, graduates, we gather today to honor your remarkable educational accomplishments and your dedication to fostering the health and well-being of others. You enter the medical profession at a very exciting time of change. As paradigms shift from hospital-based care to more options in community and home care. For all of these challenges and many more to come, I know that this college has prepared you for all, A as well as B. You can take great pride in graduating from the largest and most diverse medical college in the United States, and what I would call one of the most innovative colleges of medicine that I've experienced in my lifetime. The faculty here are internationally renowned on the cutting edge of their research in clinical areas of practice, conducting research in clinical medicine, biomedical science, and they're very and deeply committed to the translation of science to practice and to the human good. The college takes great pride in being a maverick. I think of in 1968, the first kidney transplant in Illinois was in our College of Medicine, and there are many, many more accolades. I think about the implantation of an artificial retina. I think about the leadership this college has given in robotic surgery. I think about what they're trying to do to minimize and eradicate diabetes. They are truly an exceptional college of colleagues and great friends. Your hard work and devotion in this exceptional college have earned you the fulfillment and joy of today's ceremony. Besides talking about the pride that I have in this college and that I know you share, this commencement is also a day of reflection. I encourage you to turn your thoughts to memories of your time here, the faculty who mentored and challenged you, the outstanding staff you depended on, the students who became your lifelong friends. Take time today to treasure your experiences, the lectures, the research, the study groups, the labs, the clinics, and even the all-nighters. And I am confident you will never forget the inspirational white coat ceremony. How many of you, wasn't that a wonderful day? White coats, wonderful day. When you wore the physician's mantle for the first time and honored your commitment to this noble profession. I urge you to appreciate today and always the colleagues, mentors, and cherished friends who sit beside you. As you join the proud ranks of over 25,000 distinguished College of Medicine alumni worldwide, please stay connected to this college and this campus. And I'd like to close with a quote from a dear colleague, Norbert Riddell, currently President and CEO of Norix Corporation, and a dear friend of mine. He sums up the mission beautifully. Think of yourselves as healers, think of yourselves as scientists, but never forfeit one for the other. As you begin your respective professional journeys as physicians, researchers, educators, and leaders, may you hold these values in perfect balance. Seek scientific knowledge always, but never lose sight of your compassion for the human condition. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Alan Mears. It is now my great pleasure to present the Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Dimitri Azar, to deliver his welcome. Dean Azar holds the BA Field Chair in Ophthalmological Research and is Distinguished Professor of Ophthalmology, Bioengineering, and Pharmacology. Dr. Azar joined the University of Illinois in Chicago in 2006. Dr. Azar brings experience in research, education, compassionate clinical care, and dedication to service in his position as Dean. He earned an executive MBA with high honors from the University of Chicago. Dr. Azar is the author of over 400 scientific articles and book chapters. He is the editor of 14 books in ophthalmology and holds 15 patents, and is a principal investigator of 4 active NIH grants. Dr. Azar has been named one of the best doctors in America and one of the Castle Connolly Regional Top Doctors in America since 1994. He's a leader in basic science and clinical-related vision research, making significant contributions to the treatment of corneal diseases and to advances in refractive surgery through mathematical analyses and applications of advanced optics. He received a University Scholar Award in 2009 and was named a UIC Distinguished Professor in 2012. One other very distinguishing recognition is that Dr. Azar and myself can always be identified because we only wear bow ties, and even though mine are always a little bit straighter. Dean Azar.
I was going to say thank you, George, but I better be a bit more straight. First, I would like to thank President Easter and Chancellor Alan Mears for the kind remarks to our graduating students. It's always an honor to have you celebrate this wonderful occasion with our College of Medicine community. This is a very busy time of year for our distinguished leadership. President Easter and Chancellor Alan Mears need to depart to attend yet another commencement ceremony. I want to personally thank them and ask that each of you please join me in thanking our President and Chancellor for participation in today's ceremony. I should have said this at the end of my speech so that at least they listen to my speech, but anyhow, we'll learn. Next year we'll do better. Now I would like to begin my remarks by congratulating the College of Medicine class of 2014. Please join me in applauding the class of 2014, their parents, spouses, family, friends, and mentors. Dear graduates, today marks the beginning of your careers as graduates of the College of Medicine at the University of Illinois, one of the premier medical schools in the nation. This is a very special day and a proud achievement. Soon you will begin your careers as physicians or as biomedical scientists. Your careers will take you into challenging residencies or demanding postgraduate programs, and I am very confident that the foundation in science, medicine, and service to patients that you have received here at this college has prepared you for your continued future success. I know how hard you have worked to reach this day, and you should take great satisfaction in your accomplishments. As your careers advance, you will continue to contribute to the body of scientific knowledge, promoting our tradition of lifetime learning, which continues to be a cornerstone of the educational mission of our college. Not only will you excel in your chosen field of specialization, but you will also assume leadership positions and take great pleasure in mastering new skills, applying novel ideas, and solving complex clinical and research problems. For those of you who are graduating with a doctoral degree in medicine, you will discover that becoming a physician means committing to a lifetime of service and inquiry, initially in your residency and fellowship, and later in your practice. Your class is particularly special to me. I have had the pleasure of witnessing firsthand the exceptional caliber of this great class. I shared in the joy of your recent Match Day celebrations, where many of you realized the dreams of matching to a prestigious institution and many other institutions all over the country, as well as here in Chicago. Those of you in the audience who were able to attend Match Day know that this event was filled with great excitement and cheerful enthusiasm. Today marks yet another one of our graduates' dreams come true. Today is the culmination of years of tests, long hours of studying, and countless sleepless nights. This was all made possible and tolerable thanks to the support of many of you in the audience, parents, spouses, relatives, friends, and mentors. On behalf of all our graduates, please accept our sincerest thanks and congratulations. To the 2014 graduating class, I conclude by saying, you represent the finest examples of the college's mission to enhance the health of those in our care, providing outstanding service and evidence-based medicine through a lot of care. And even though this is challenging at times, it will remain one of your greatest rewards as physicians. It is my sincere hope that you will forever apply what you have experienced as students at UIC. Passion in your pursuits, compassion for and dedicated service to your patients, and excellence in every aspect of your lives. Congratulations and best wishes for your continued success.
Thank you, Dean Azar. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Adrian Segovia, Chair of the University of Illinois College of Medicine Alumni Council and member of the class of 1990. Dr. Segovia is a forensic pathologist and has been a Cook County medical examiner for the past 15 years. Dr. Segovia.
So, there will be times when you will be asked, where did you go to medical school? And you'll say the University of Illinois, but there's really much more to it than that. While you are each unique and will develop your own unique style of practice, you sit here today because of what you have in common. You were chosen from thousands of applicants because of characteristics you share, that is a commitment to excellence, lifelong learning, integrity, compassion, and empathy. You sit here today because of those values and because you have demonstrated commitment and respect for your patients and other members of the healthcare team, knowing that sometimes you should lead and sometimes you should follow, always doing what's in the best interest of the patient. So there will be times when you're asked, where did you go to medical school? And you'll say the University of Illinois at Chicago, but you did not go to the University of Illinois at Chicago. You are the University of Illinois at Chicago. You are what makes us great. And as I stand here, I am reminded of some words by Ralph Waldo Emerson, who wrote, "To leave this world a bit better, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded." To the University of Illinois College of Medicine graduating class of 2014, on behalf of the Alumni Council, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Segovia. I would now like to turn our attention briefly to recognize some of our dedicated faculty whom have been recognized recently for their service and scholarly efforts at the College of Medicine. Our first award is a presentation of the Distinguished Faculty Award. The recipient of this award is chosen based upon having achieved the highest levels of accomplishment in research, scholarship, and advancement of medical health sciences. But before making the presentation, I ask the past Distinguished Faculty Award recipients to stand and be recognized. This year, the Distinguished Faculty Awards Committee selected Dr. Ghanshyam Pandey, Professor of Psychiatry, as the recipient of this award in recognition of his outstanding contributions and accomplishments. Dr. Pandey, please come to the podium. I would also like to ask Dean Timothy Erickson, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Interim Senior Associate Dean for Graduate and Continuing Medical Education, to come forward to present the College of Medicine Distinguished Faculty Award for 2014. Dr. Pandey was selected for this honor by his peers in acknowledgement of the international recognition he has brought to UIC through his exceptional innovative research on neurobiology of mood disorders and suicide. His work has led to original discoveries by elucidating the molecular and cellular nature of abnormalities associated with the pathophysiology of mood disorders and suicide. And he is considered a worldwide leader in the field of biological psychiatry. Throughout his career, Dr. Pandey has made substantial contributions to the programs of the department and the college, as well as to his discipline. I am delighted to present him with this medallion on behalf of the College of Medicine. Now it's with great pleasure we present the Dean's Distinguished Service Award. This award is presented to a member, or in this case, members of the College of Medicine community who have demonstrated extraordinary commitment, dedication, and service to the advancement of the College of Medicine. Drs. Henry Dove and Tim Erickson, please come forward to be recognized. Come on up. I also ask Dean Dimitri Azar to come forward to present the award to these recipients. Drs. Dove and Erickson were selected for this honor in recognition of their extraordinary commitment and dedication and service in securing full Accreditation Council for Graduate Medical Education re-accreditation for the college's Graduate Medical Education program. This is no small feat. Dr. Henry Dove is currently the Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education and Professor of Clinical Psychiatry and Associate Head for Education in Psychiatry. He takes great pride and interest in graduate medical education and its related components of faculty development, program evaluation, trainee assessment, curricular development, and programmatic outcomes that ensure integrity and reliability of our educational methodologies. Dr. Erickson has been a faculty member at the College of Medicine since 1992 and received many teaching excellence and clinical service honors. He is currently the Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and the Interim Senior Associate Dean for Graduate and Continuing Medical Education. Dr. Erickson is also a Professor of Emergency Medicine and Medical Toxicology and Director of the Center for Global Health. His federal grant funding has included Health Resources Services Administration HRSA-sponsored grants related to global preparedness and bioterrorism, and his extensive international experience across the globe. It is also important to note that Dr. Erickson is a master of trivia, so if he asks you to play Jeopardy, just say no. Congratulations. Dimitri?
I would now like to recognize a distinguished guest we have with us today, Dr. Joseph Flaherty. 3 years ago, Dr. Flaherty and I shared this podium during the commencement of the class of 2011. He was retiring from his position as dean as I was starting my own deanship. It's great to share the podium today with Dean Flaherty one more time. Joe is an accomplished psychiatrist with considerable stature and national recognition. His record is extensive and commensurate with the high regard that he maintains not only locally, but all over the country. Dr. Flaherty received his medical training at the University of Illinois at Chicago, where he was also an intern in pediatrics and a resident in psychiatry. Soon after joining the faculty at UIC as an assistant professor of psychiatry in 1975, he rose through the ranks to become a prominent leader in the medical school, culminating first in his role as head of psychiatry and later as a dean in the College of Medicine. Throughout his illustrious engagement with the university, he has performed his teaching, research, and administrative responsibilities with distinction. Dr. Flaherty's research has focused on the effects of gender on the development of symptoms and illness, as well as help-seeking behavior and treatments in alcoholism and depression. He also has been involved in psychometric testing of new instruments and their cross-cultural adaptation through research conducted all over the world. Dr. Flaherty has published more than 200 papers, books, and chapters. He is an editorial member or reviewer for a variety of professional journals and consults with a number of agencies, including the World Health Organization. During his tenure as dean, Dr. Flaherty has been the true embodiment of the College of Medicine's historic mission to advance the health of the underserved in the state of Illinois, in the nation, and around the globe. His legacy is evident in the thousands of physicians trained by the College of Medicine during his tenure, including members of the class of 2014 who received their acceptance letters signed by Dean Flaherty. It therefore gives me great pleasure to honor him today as Dean Emeritus of the College of Medicine. Dr. Flaherty, please come to the podium. Congratulations.
Now I would like to ask Dean Kathleen Kashima to come forward to recognize the Class of 2014 Golden Apple recipients and to present the William J. Grove Outstanding Students Award. Dean Kashima.
Thank you, Dr. Kondos. I also want to mention that there were some very important people here who've really helped these students to get to where they are, and I really would like us to acknowledge in class of 2014, to acknowledge all the faculty here and give them a hand. Because before presenting the highest student award for the class of 2014, I would also like to particularly recognize the College of Medicine Chicago Golden Apple Award recipients who were particularly selected by this class of 2014. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Please hold your applause until each of the 4 faculty names have been read aloud. M1 recipient, Dr. Norm Liska from the Department of Anatomy and Cell Biology. Dr. Norm Liska, please stand. M2 recipient, Dr. Fred Czar from the Department of Internal Medicine and the 2014 Faculty Hooder. M3 recipient, Dr. Richard Stringham from the Department of Family Medicine. And M4 recipient, Dr. Parkesh Talwar from the Department of Radiology. Please give them a hand. Thank you. Now I am very pleased to present the William J. Grove Outstanding Student Award for 2014. The recipient of the award is selected by a committee of faculty based on the qualities exemplified by Dr. Grove, a combination of intelligence and skills with excellence in academic achievement, a high level of involvement in medical school, a commitment to the medical community, altruistic pursuits, and leadership qualities. This year's recipient is Dr. Lisa Zhang. Dr. Zhang, Ms. Zhang, before almost Dr. Zhang, please come to the podium. Ms. Zhang shines in all areas exemplified by Dr. Grove, an inductee to the Alpha Omega Alpha Academic Honor Society, an inductee to the Gold Humanism Honor Society, and graduating with honors. In addition to extraordinary academic achievement, as well as research accomplishments, Ms. Zhang has been recognized for her dedication to service at the New Life Volunteering Society Free Clinic, providing care to underserved residents on the Chicago's North Side. She is also the recipient of the Illinois Hospital Research and Education Foundation Scholarship, awarded to top scholars in Illinois who are students in healthcare. Ms. Zhang will pursue residency in New York, a transitional year at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, followed by dermatology at the Icahn School of Medicine at St. Luke's. I am delighted to present her with this plaque in recognition of her achievement.
I would now like to ask Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Dimitri Azar, to come to the podium to introduce today's commencement speaker.
It is my pleasure to introduce a very distinguished physician and public health advocate, Dr. Bishara Shukair. Dr. Bishara Shukair serves as Commissioner of the Chicago Department of Public Health. Appointed in 2009, he is reshaping the department to meet the public health challenges of the 21st century. Most recently, with the full support of the Mayor of the City of Chicago, Dr. Shukair unveiled Healthy Chicago, the first citywide comprehensive public health agenda. Healthy Chicago is a call to action for all Chicago citizens to work together on a common vision of making Chicago the healthiest city in the nation. Under Dr. Shukair's leadership, the Chicago Department of Public Health became the first big city public health agency to receive national accreditation. Dr. Shukair completed his family medicine residency at the Baylor College of Medicine in Houston in 2000 after earning his MD from the American University in Beirut. After his family medicine residency, he earned a master's degree in healthcare management from the University of Texas at Dallas. From 2001 to 2005, Dr. Shukair served as medical director of the Crusader Community Health in Rockford, Illinois. Then, until 2009, he was executive director of Heartland International Health Center. He holds an adjunct associate professor title at the Department of Family and Community Medicine at the Feinberg School of Medicine at Northwestern Universities. Dr. Shukair has lectured at UIC on a number of occasions, and he has given great lectures consistently, and it was after one of his lectures that the medical students voted to have him join us today as the commencement speaker. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Shukair.
All right. Wow, it's now. So, when Dr. Azar called me to invite me to speak at your commencement, I was really excited. And then he told me that it was you, the students, who actually had chosen me. And that made me really excited, really honored, and to be honest, a little nervous. The bar has been set pretty high. And I was also a little bit nervous because this is really my first time at a medical school graduation. I immigrated to the United States from Lebanon right after I finished medical school at the American University of Beirut and right before the official graduation took place. So today is really my first time I wear my medical school regalia, and I feel like I'm graduating too, just like you guys. So first and foremost, congratulations to all of you. This is really, really a great honor. And I know that in just a little bit, somebody from the faculty here is going to ask you to raise your right hand and take an oath. So how about we start by doing that right now? How about each one of you, graduate, raise their hand, raise your right hand. Come on, don't be shy. Raise your right hand. Look at the person right next to you and give them a high five. Let's go ahead, let's do it. You made it. This is really, really a big deal. So congratulations. I also want to take some time to talk to the parents and to the loved ones here. No one can make it through medical school without the support that you provided. I don't come from a family of doctors, but I was lucky because everyone in my family cheered me on. My two biggest fans were my mother and my grandmother. Unfortunately, my grandmother passed away while I was still in medical school. But my mother is still here, thank God, and she's still my biggest cheerleader, just like all of you here are the biggest cheerleaders of your family members. So thank you to all of you for all what you've done, and congratulations. Let's give them a hand. And by the way, to the family members, just get ready to start fielding medical questions from people and friends and family members, just because your family members are now doctors. And you can actually ask my mother. She's never been to a medical school, yet she still gets all kinds of medical questions, and just because I am her son and I'm a doctor, and she's getting comfortable answering some of these questions. And to be honest with you, this is actually scary, and it's really, really scary. And if you don't believe me, you can actually ask her right now. She is watching us live on webcast all the way in Beirut. So let's say, hi, Mom. Well, that's another reason why I'm a little bit anxious, because she's watching me all the way from Beirut. So anyway, back to the graduates.
If your mom is watching, we better adjust this.
All right, thank you, Dean. So to the graduates, you made it, congrats. To family members, you made it, congrats. Let's all celebrate this moment. And today, you really have the passion, you have the energy, and you have the commitment to make a difference. So what better way to capture and commemorate this moment than actually taking some selfies? So how about we just do it? So pull out your phones, keep them on silent, and then let's all of us snap a selfie. You can keep it to yourself, you can tweet it out, Instagram it, or Facebook it with the hashtag UICGrad14. All of us, let's do that, families, graduates, and definitely faculty. And since I don't know if Dr. Azar knows how to take a selfie or has an Instagram account, I'm going to take one with him. So let's go ahead and do that right away. All right, make sure you keep your phone on silent, otherwise I'll get in trouble with the organizers. And I am tweeting mine, so. All right, so let's get back to the graduates now. So you've gotten here today, and you already know that, and if I spend any time talking about your path to this point, I'd be wasting your time. And for most of you, in a very short period, you're going to be able to charge a lot for this time, so I'm not going to waste that time. So today, I'm actually going to talk about what's next in your path. And I know most of you have an idea of what type of doctor or scientist you'd want to be. And over the years, I met so many wonderful people, all making a difference, all in their own ways. And as you begin your next leg of your journey, I'm sure you thought about the type of doctor you'd want to become. And there isn't one way to be a doctor or a scientist. There's not even 10 or 20. There are as many ways to be a doctor and scientist as there are doctors in the world. Each one of you has an enormous opportunity to change the world. Today is a great time to reflect on the type of doctor you'd want to be, or the type of scientist. Today, and even though there is not even one way to be a good doctor, I found out that there are some fairly common categories that many doctors fall into. You know, in medical school, you get to meet the academician doctor. This is the doctor who dedicates herself to training the next generation of doctors and scientists, all while doing research and publishing. And I can tell you that when I was graduating back in 1997, this is all what I wanted to do. I admired so many of my professors at the American University of Beirut, and I just wanted to be like them. Ghassan Ahmadi, Ibrahim Salti, Muhammad Miqati. I really wanted to become just like them. Here at the University of Illinois, I also know that you get to meet and work and be inspired by another type of doctor, the Doctors Without Border type doctor. And you know the type. These are most often found working with people experiencing homelessness at refugee camps, at community health centers, and at free clinics. Those doctors usually work long hours for little pay to help those who need it the most. And they want to make the world a better place. These are the doctors most likely to be played by Angelina Jolie on a HBO TV movie. I worked along so many Doctors Without Borders type throughout my career, and I learned so much from them. I became a much better person. I became a much better professional. Their heart is in the right place. They really make a difference in the lives of the most vulnerable in our communities. And you know what? They do it with a passion, day in and day out. Ed Okeson, Marcia Katz, Tom Danko, Madri Thoda. I have seen them changing people's lives. I have seen so many of their patients making a much, much better future. And you know, as a little kid, and since I don't come from a family of doctors, all I remember is the Cliff Huxtable doctor. This is the doctor who has a small practice, who the neighbors ask for advice, but still has enough time to coach their kids' soccer team. These are the doctors who helped ensure that being a doctor is the single most trusted profession in the world. Well, the second most trusted profession in the world, right after nurses, of course. And to be honest, this is the type of doctor that led me to the field to begin with. They inspired me to give back, to heal, to help make things better for my neighbors and my family. And you know what? You can't forget the golf and Lexus doctors. These are very interested in their tea time. They get great jobs. They love the prestige and are often at the top of their game and in the most competitive specialties. And you know exactly which ones I'm talking about. They had to work even harder than the rest of us to get to that spot. And they had to work hard to keep that spot. But they know how to enjoy the perks of the game. That's why they play as hard as they work. And that's why you see them on the golf courses and on the slopes. And they only eat at the finest restaurants, and they always travel first class. Let me take a hands here, raise of hands. Let me ask you a question. How many of you would like to be the golf and Lexus doctor? Raise your hand, and don't be shy. All right. You know, it's a nice life, I'm not going to lie. All right, well, of course, not everyone wants to practice medicine, which brings me to the next type of doctor I know, the my God, why am I a doctor? You know, there may be some of you sitting here in the room who realize that, you know what, you're scared of the sight of blood, and you can't wait to take the pristine lab coat and just burn it. And that's okay. You can still leverage your degree to do all kind of different things in different fields, from journalism to consulting. And you can often choose your own path as close or as far to medicine as you like. There are even 20 members of the current US Congress with an MD or a DO. And looking at our current Congress, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll leave it up to you to decide. But anyone here willing today to admit that they would like to be, one of those, why am I a doctor? You can raise your hand. Nobody is. I'm sure in the next few years, many of you will. All right, so as you think about your next leg of journey, always remember that you can create your own path to make a difference in people's lives. There's no one path to follow. You can be the Golf and Lexus doctor, the Doctors Without Border doctor. You can change gear midway through. You can do anything you want. The sky is the limit as long as you're always focused on how to make the world a better world. For me, it boils down to 3 patients. These patients shaped my career. They changed my life. The first patient is a 50-some-year-old Druze woman I met in medical school back in Lebanon. For those of you who don't know, Druze is a small sect of Islam that originated in Lebanon and Syria. This woman lived in one of the mountains in Lebanon, and she came to see me one day, she dressed in a beautiful long black robe with a white veil covering most of her head and her face, and she didn't have a regular doctor. In fact, she has never saw a doctor before. She had no way to pay. She had never had preventive care. She never had insurance. She had no formal education. She walked in complaining of a discomfort in her groin area. It turned out she had an almost 20-pound vaginal mass that has been growing over the last 5 years. 20 pounds. Imagine carrying 20-pound mass in your groin for 5 years. The only reason she came to see me was because she could barely walk. She was apprehensive, she was confused, and she had a very rare type of vaginal cancer. The next patient I met here in the States, in Texas. She's a 14-year-old girl who, like all girls her age, was going to school, enjoying her childhood. She had a great future waiting for her. She had the American dream to fulfill until she got pregnant at 14. She lived in poverty with her grandmother. Her mom was struggling with drug use. Her dad, she didn't have a good relationship with her father. She didn't know what to do, and her boyfriend didn't know what to do either. The third patient is a woman I met here in Illinois. She was in her mid-30s, as bright as can be. Well, that's when she was not drunk. This woman was in and out of homelessness all the time I worked with her. She never received the care she needed. At times, she was hopeless and depressed. At other times, she was high and manic. She was caught many times stealing Listerine and alcohol from the local stores. She slept in the park so many nights, even when it was way too cold. The stories of these patients have so much in common. Whether it's the Druze woman in the mountains of Lebanon, the pregnant 14-year-old girl in Texas, or the homeless woman with mental illness in Illinois, they all lived in a society where we created the policies that got them to that point. I know that the easiest way is to blame them, is to focus on their individual responsibility. I understand, it's important. But what's more important is how do we behave as a society? For the Druze woman, it was not her fault that she was born and raised in a society that didn't prioritize access to care, that didn't focus on prevention. If the healthcare system in Lebanon was built to support routine physicals, chances are that she could have had the care that she needed, and her cancer could have been discovered way before it was too late. She probably didn't have to die in her early 50s. The pregnant 14-year-old girl in Texas did not just decide one day that she likes to live in poverty. We as a society have put in place economic policies that made income inequality worse over the last few decades. Little she knew that as a pregnant 14-year-old girl, her chances of graduating college by the time she turns 30 are less than 2%. The chances of her daughters getting pregnant while they are teenagers are 3 times as high, and the chances of her sons getting into jail are 2 times as high. And talk about a never-ending cycles of challenges. The woman with mental illness did not choose to live homeless. She did not plan to sleep in the park that one night when it was 40 below. And I'm sure she did not want to freeze to death that same one night. We as a society never allocated enough resources to make housing a priority in this country. We haven't even agreed that housing is human right. My friends, these 3 patients, they are my patients. These 3 patients are your patients. These 3 patients are all of our patients. They are real people. I worked with them. I know them. I worked with them individually, and I did my best. I did the best I can to empower them to improve their lives. I really did. But you know what? I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I felt like I was failing them. I felt like I was failing. What these patients had taught me is the need to change our policies as a community. There are millions of these same exact patients here in the US and all over the world. We created the policies that got them to that point. And we have to change those policies to prevent others from getting there. Making a difference in people's lives starts by putting the right policies in place, by improving the systems we operate in, and by creating the right environments for our residents to live and grow. My 3 patients needed better access to health insurance. They needed better access to medical care. They needed a system that's focused on prevention. But make no mistake, my patients needed communities that value and provide education. They needed communities that empower them to get out of poverty. They needed a legal system that protects their rights. They needed housing options. To empower individuals and communities to achieve their human rights, we have to focus on a lot more than health care. It's about housing, it's about economic development, it's about legal protection, it's about education. And this is why I'm a public health doctor. And this is exactly why I'm here today, to encourage you to think about as a career path among all the different types of doctors you can be. It might not be the most glamorous or lucrative career, and actually my mom used to call me regularly asking why did I drive a Honda Civic for 7 years while I'm a doctor. But I can tell you that being a public health doctor gives you the opportunity to make the difference in a very, very rewarding way. Whether you choose to become an academician, a scientist, a doctor without border doctor, a Golf and Lexus doctor, or whether you take my advice to become a public health doctor, remember that there is no wrong way or a right way to be a doctor or a scientist. It's all about passion. It's about the energy you carry. It's about the best commitment that you can make a difference. And you know what? Today you have that high passion, the right passion, the highest energy, and the right commitment. And when you took that selfie, you really captured that today. And remember that selfie, because believe me, it will come in handy in the future when you're questioning your passion, when you're not feeling your energy, or when you're doubting your commitment. My friends, it's been 17 years since I emigrated from Beirut. It's been 15 years since my grandmother died. And I still remember this one day when we were both sitting on the balcony of her house overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. And she asked me about medical school. Remember, she was cheering me on and wanted to know how I was doing. I got so excited telling her about anatomy and physiology and biochemistry. She paused. She looked at me and said, كل إنسان عنده قصة. إذا تسمعت منيح للقصة رح تكون أحلى حكيم بالدنيا. Every person has a story. If you listen to people's stories, you'll be the best doctor in the world. In the next leg of your journey, you will learn how to be a better listener and how to better empower people to build better futures. Whether you'll be a clinician, an academician, a scientist, a public health doctor, or something else yet to be invented, go and listen to thousands of stories. Go and empower thousands of people to build better future. Let's all make this world a better place for us all. Congrats.
Thank you, Dr. Shukir. It is indeed an honor for the university and for the students to have you as our commencement speaker today. And now we enter the part of this ceremony where we confer the Master and Doctor of Philosophy degrees and bestow upon these graduates a hood that symbolizes their degree. I now invite Dean Cawley and Provost Kaufman to the podium for conferral of these degrees.
Now I invite the candidates for the master degrees, including Master of Science in Patient Safety Leadership, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Public Health, to please stand. Provost Kaufman, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present the candidates for the master degree.
Upon the recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the master degree for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
Will the new master degree graduates please come forward to receive your hoods? I now ask Dean Ara Tekian to please come to the podium to read their names.
Cara Breeden. Katrine Carson. Deborah Olive Eastwood. Akita Kershaw. Joanna Kmajcik. Anna Marie Pilkington. Catherine Riley. Julie Sangstecken. Ranald Stahl. Daniel Nicole Washington. Teresa Kimura Yip. Mustafa Omami. Adrian Zubi. Ifoma Agwanunu. Brian Charles Bamberger. Christina Ophelia Foreman. Laura Giegler. Congratulations.
Would the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree please stand? Provost Kaufman, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
Upon the recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
I would now like to ask the new Doctor of Philosophy degree graduates to please come forward to receive your hoods. Dean Balur Prabhakar, please come to the podium to read their names.
Dr. Emmanuel Anson. Dr. Tessica Evadne Antoine. Dr. Esther Lilia Calderon Gierzal. Dr. Matthew Robert Burns. Dr. Ya Ting Chang. Dr. Alejandra Chavez. Dr. Auditi Debray. Dr. Laila Gottfelti. Dr. Christine Ivy. Dr. Natalie King. Dr. Erin Elizabeth Kohler. Dr. Yina Han Lee. Dr. Shawan Lu. Dr. Brittany Milhick. Dr. Julia Movenes. Dr. Gautam Pattabhiraman. Dr. Mayu Peng. Dr. Luisa Ruzu. Dr. Selina L. Taylor. Dr. Tanjanika Wilder. Dr. Sumeye Yar. Dr. Wan Ni Yu. Dr. Jonathan Waxman. Dr. Jonathan Waxman was also awarded the Michael and Kate Birani Research Award. Congratulations to all of you.
Dean Azar, Provost Kaufman, please come forward for the conferral of the Doctor of Medicine degrees.
This is really one of my favorite activities. Who's ready for the Doctor of Medicine degree? Great. Will the Doctor of Medicine candidates please stand? Provost Kaufman, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Medicine.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Medicine for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations again. Now I invite the first row of the new physicians to please come forward to receive your hoods. The remaining new physicians, please be seated. Dean Kathleen Kashima and Dr. Fred Czar, please come forward for the hooding. Dr. Czar was chosen for this honor by a vote of the students. I also ask Dr. Jorge Girotti to please come to the podium to read the names of the graduates.
Dr. Ivy Abraham. Dr. Fida Abuznene. Dr. Neha Aginotri. Dr. Efoma Awanunu. Dr. Yusuf Ahmed. Dr. Michael Alexander. Dr. Amanda Allison. Dr. Iman Al-Saidin. Dr. Martin Aramburu. Dr. Faven Babu. Dr. Brian Bamberger. Dr. Emily Barrett. Dr. William Beeler. Dr. Rachel Bernard. Dr. Lillian Burns. Dr. Michael Blasco. Dr. Elizabeth Bansu. Dr. Jacqueline Brome. Dr. Leah Bruno. Dr. Matthew Burns. Dr. John Biang. Dr. Heidi Cantu Manley. Dr. Rubén Cardoso. Dr. Tiana Carrillo Calderón. Dr. Priscilla Carvalho. Dr. Edwina Chang. Dr. Michael Charles. Dr. Thomas Chen. Dr. Susan Cheng. Dr. Claudia Chrisman Skeeler. Dr. Mateusz Cheka. Dr. Joseph Cooper. Dr. Patrick Couture. Dr. Shirley Cueva. Dr. Robert Saprinsky. Dr. John Mark Derryberry. Dr. Sanjay Dharmapuri. Dr. Abdul Rahman Dia. Dr. Nicole Diaz. Dr. Christine Ding. Dr. Inessa Danskoy. Dr. Kushbu Doshi. Dr. Catherine Duffy. Dr. Mary Catherine Duncan. Dr. Jonathan Dunlop. Dr. Gary Edwards. Dr. Joseph Einhorn. Dr. Eben Eno. Dr. Melinda Eshelman. Dr. Joseph Esperas. Dr. Olubadewa Fatunde. Dr. Andrea Fejo. Dr. Shiraz Fidei. Dr. Christina Foreman. Dr. Elizabeth Friedman. Dr. Cassie Frederick. Dr. Xochitl Galeano. Dr. Samantha Ganayam Budaikis. Dr. Laura Giegler. Dr. Akua Gilbert Baffo. Dr. Philip Glebar. Dr. Lila Gologli Glatfelty. Dr. Adam Gluskin. Dr. Aaron Goldstein. Dr. Reina Gonzalez. Dr. Amira Hamid. Dr. Daniel Hawthorne. Dr. David Heimberg. Dr. James Hendley. Dr. Matthew Hernandez. Dr. Christopher Hicks. Dr. Ruth Xiao. Dr. Zubair Ilyas. Dr. Jacob Jensen. Dr. San Angela Jang. Dr. Annika Johnson. Dr. Crystal Johnson. Dr. Veronica Johnson. Dr. Amanda Joseph. Dr. Asrar Khan. Dr. Sumanth Kidambi. Dr. Daniel Lee. Dr. David Lee. Dr. Enoch Han Lee. Dr. Sylvia Lee. Dr. Mariko Limpar. Dr. Brian Lin. Dr. Jared Linares. Dr. Amanda Lipan. Dr. Cassandra List. Dr. Jennifer Loeb. Dr. Hercules Logothetis. Dr. Anthony Lucero. Dr. Elisa Lundy. Dr. Grace Maloney. Dr. Nicole Mandich. Dr. Anita Matthew. Dr. Mary McCauley. Dr. Matthew McKnight. Dr. Danielle McNeil. Dr. Sarah Mahalov. Dr. David Mitchell. Dr. Amanda Munoz. Dr. Mary Brennan Naughton. Dr. Chisalu Inchegwubi. Dr. Victor Newenko. Dr. Junior Wobodo. Dr. Louisa Thompson Olushoga. Dr. Tamara O'Neill. Dr. Kitchell Pack. Dr. Neil Pancholi. Dr. Paul Park. Dr. Ahmad Parvinian. Dr. Kushal Patel. Dr. Milan Patel. Dr. Sunny Patel. Dr. Mohini Pathria. Dr. Paige Penrod. Dr. Eric Perez. Dr. Aaron Perkey. Dr. Amber Price. Dr. Pablo Quintana. Dr. Anisa Raman. Dr. Kirthi Ranganath. Dr. Catherine Rim. Dr. Nancy Rios. Dr. Luis Rivera. Dr. Emily Robinson. Dr. Lisbeth Rodriguez. Dr. Lauren Rogowski. Dr. Faith Rolke. Dr. Rachel Rosenfield. Dr. Jessica Roth. Dr. Samuel Rubenstein. Dr. Daniel Ribalco. Dr. Sheena Samra. Dr. Anand Sandesara. Dr. Daniel Savage. Dr. Jeffrey Schechtman. Dr. Jacob Seiler. Dr. Anish Shah. Dr. Jason Shah. Dr. Vikram Sharma. Dr. Elizabeth Shea Valle. Dr. Aurora Shehu, who was presented the Irvin and Sarah Robito Edros Prize for Excellence in Basic Sciences. Dr. Andrés Silva. Dr. Lillian Sung. Dr. Jenna Spencer. Dr. Amanda Stevenson. Dr. Elizabeth Strom. Dr. Tyler Surma. Dr. Monique Sutherland. Dr. Brianna Taylor. Dr. Noor Tasuddin. Dr. Hatim Taker. Dr. May Tassin Solis. Dr. Corey Thompson. Dr. Jaime Torres. Dr. Talia Torres. Dr. Sergey Turin. Dr. Sabrina Aden. Dr. Crystal Unsueta. Dr. Albert Vian. Dr. Brandon Walker. Dr. Garth Walker. Dr. Christina Warner. Dr. Jonathan Waxman. Dr. Kirsten Carly Webb. Dr. Frank Weinberg. Dr. Natalyn Wong. Dr. Grace Wu. Dr. Shanshan Xie. Dr. Jonathan Ying. Dr. Yana Savatsky Longting. Dr. Dawen Zhang. Dr. Lisa Zhang. Dr. Brian Zeider.
Okay, we're in the home stretch. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing Victor Nwanko, who is the president of the class of 2014, and he will give the remarks on behalf of his class. Victor, please come to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Condos. We practiced a long time pronouncing my last name. Let me get my speech. Here we go. You guys know me. Again, thank you to Dr. Condos. Thank you to all who played a very pivotal role in our medical school education, the president, the Chancellor, Dean Azar, Dean Flaherty, Dean Kashma, Lance, the other physicians you see behind me, the ones sitting behind the students, OSA, Susan Hunhorf, the Office of Registration and Registrar's Office, and by far the most important people at the Medical College, the Office of Financial Aid. And also congratulations to the graduating masters, the physicians, the PhDs, the MDs, the MD PhDs, and of course the MD PhDs who just finished getting their masters. There are some of them out there, I'm sure. On behalf of the College of Medicine class of 2014, we welcome friends and family. Many are Illinois natives. After all, UIC does train 1 out of every 6 Illinois physicians in this state. Also, we also welcome the out-of-towners. It's a very beautiful Chicago day today. Please enjoy the weather because I think it's scheduled to snow on Sunday. I mean, this is Chicago after all. The University of Illinois College of Medicine in Chicago, it's the largest medical school in the country. It's home to a very diverse community and student body, and also the riches of a deep Chicago history. And we are proud to be students here and to have been educated here. They also say that no one has ever gotten mad if a speech has been too long. Oh, actually the opposite way. No one's ever been mad if a speech has been too short, so I'll try and keep this brief. This dialogue has a place because graduation speeches are here to serve as a reminder of what was, as well as to help fan the flames of excitement of what is about to be. These words are all about reflection and anticipation. So let's reflect for a moment. The average amount that a medical student spends or actually takes out in loans is approximately $180,000, we learned. Well, maybe it's more like $200,000. Actually, let's not joke around. Some people take out about $250K. So if $250,000 is the amount, how do we compare that? According to the United States Department of Agriculture, $250,000 is the cost of a middle-income family raising a child in 2012. And that is not including the cost of college, and that's definitely not including the cost of medical school. So we have spent approximately that on the past 4 years. That basically is about $60,000 per year over 4 years. You know, that's about 40 weeks that we've been studying. You cut that around 40 to 80 hours per week that we're at the hospital or in class. My buddy did the math and he said it's about $100 per hour that we're here. So all those times you slept through class, that was an expensive nap that you took. But the true value of a medical education is priceless. It is said that medicine is not just a profession or an occupation, but it is a vocation. Med school pays off because we are passionate about what we do, and we will also enrich the lives of the others in the most essential of ways. And so if you add the amount of time that we already have and will spend enjoying what we're doing, as well as the time improving others' lives, also with the joy and the pride of practicing medicine, I think all of that goodwill, positivity, happiness adds up to a lot more than $250K. And so it deserves repeating. The true value of medical education is priceless. Do you want to know what else is priceless? The memories of what it is to be a student. I mean, our experience of medical is like this. I mean, first year, M1 year, it felt a bit like high school. Everyone arrives on time, at the same time, we have the same lesson plan, we're all in the same room, these cliques are developing, we have a book bag, we have combination lockers, and also a change of clothes and a sack lunch. I kind of called it med school high during that time. In fact, I'm particularly reminded of the impersonations that one of our medical classmates did, who's out there, who I will not name. No, I will not name him, nor will I give you a hint as to who he is. I mean, this was a highlight of M1 year. M2 year, more of the same, except by now we had become professional standardized test takers. A little secret, also shared by a fellow classmate, the answer is usually C if you don't know what it is. Yeah, see, somebody's nodding. Yeah, it's true. It's also the incessant studying also for the United States Medical Licensing Exam Step 1. The USMLE Step 1, it's also known as the first step in the breakup of a relationship. But then things perked up in M3 year. It would be our first journey into the hospital, where first time we were given real responsibility in the form of rotations through these various clerkships, as they call them. I personally fondly call the clerkship speed dating for doctors because you're shuttled around learning over a span of weeks, some information that specialized physicians have spent their entire lives absorbing. So for 6 weeks, you're a psychiatrist, 8 weeks a surgeon, 10 weeks a hospitalist, and so on and so forth. I mean, during this 1 year, you might see or be exposed to things you never thought were possible or never thought you'd imagine. You may recall doing chest compressions on a dying soul with others that you might be sitting next to in this room, maybe delivering a placenta. I mean, that's memorable, right? Being threatened by patients with psychosis. That happened to me once, yes. Dr. Dempsey Hughes, who stood up here and spoke last year, said that medicine is a team sport, but after what we've seen, I think we'd agree that it's a contact sport. But the time for games is over, as we now are at the sundown of the M4 year. We started from the bottom, now we're here. At this exact moment where we pivot and transition from reflection to now anticipation. The anticipation of residency, the real world, research, whatever you might be doing. We are the mediators between the mystical and the material, the ephemeral and the physical. We will be facing many challenges. It will get harder. So remember that when you are building towers in the sky, you must have solid ground to rest the foundation on. We will all need to have our heart, our minds heavily invested. And remember that when people are sick, weak, when they're at their most vulnerable, we are meant to be there and give them care. Perhaps this is where the etymological source or origins of the portmanteau healthcare came from. It's important to remember that. So what advice can I give that you haven't already heard? Everyone's said quite a few amazing things up here. Well, as a technology enthusiast, the only advice that I think I am really qualified to give is that do not let technology dehumanize you or your patients. Please preserve privacy, security, and personality in your practice. There's no substitute for seeing a patient versus hopping on the computer and being like, yeah, I saw them, yeah, their labs look good, yeah, everything's good. No, please. Technology is meant as a tool, and we must wield it well. And now, a special thanks to everyone who supported us, friends, family, friends that we still have left, loved ones, fathers, sisters, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, of course also to the dearly departed, those that have passed during this time. And whether you're a researcher, OB-GYN, family, physician, medicine, whatever you are, we all share a bond. Remember, we are no longer practicing to become physicians, but will now practice as physicians. We no longer exercise patience to please our evaluators, but rather to please our patients. And then finally, we no longer will wear the short coats trying to fill big shoes, but we will don these long coats and follow in the footsteps of many before us. So be proud of yourself. I certainly am proud of all of you. We have put so much into this. And as my mother would say in her thick West African accent, she would say, Victor, what you put in is what you get out. Well, Mom, we got in, now we're getting out. Happy Mother's Day to you all, and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor, for your remarks on behalf of the class of 2014. And finally, I invite Dean Azar to please come to the podium for the recitation of the physician's oath.
Will the new physicians please rise? Throughout history, the Hippocratic Oath has stood as a symbol of the physician's responsibilities and commitment to patient welfare. I ask all the physicians in the audience to please rise and join the new physicians. The oath is found on the first page of the commencement program. Please repeat each sentence after me. The physician's oath. See, you have it there? Good. Now being admitted to the profession of medicine. Louder, please. I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will give to my teachers the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. The health and life of my patient will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all that my patient confides in me. I will maintain by all the means in my power the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession. My colleagues will be as my family. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you. You may now be seated. Dr. Kondos.
And remember, Hippocrates was a Greek guy, like me. As we conclude this commencement ceremony, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all of our College of Medicine graduates. Don't forget, it's not the destination, but the road that you travel as a physician, scientist, or educator that is really important. I now ask that everyone on the platform please rise and join me in applauding our graduates. Please be seated. There are many champions and supporters here for our talented new physicians. I ask now for all the parents, spouses, significant others, family members, and friends of the graduate, please stand and be recognized. Come on, everybody up, everybody up. Graduates, please rise. Graduates, please rise. Turn around and show your appreciation through your applause. Everyone, please be seated. We ask that the members of the audience please remain seated until the platform party, the faculty, and the graduates file off the floor. To exit and meet your party, guests should use the street-level doors of the pavilion. Faculty, please recess out following Dean Erickson and Dean Segnera Green. The platform party has left the stage. Graduates, please recess out following Dean Lance and Mark Urisev. Ushers at the outside aisles will assist in dismissing each row of graduates, and you will then meet your party outdoors. I would like to invite all of you to the reception at the Student Services Building across Racine. Please be careful, pay attention to the traffic when you're crossing. Platform party, please stand and follow me off stage. I declare this 132nd College of Medicine commencement closed.
Thank you.